my goal is always to make more stickers, to make more sticker sheets in particular, and I always push that off and make just like individual stickers because it's so much faster than making a sticker sheet. But I love making sticker sheets because it's a bunch of just individual stickers that come together and tell a story. But like I said before, it's sometimes hard because I have to like use so much brain power to think about every little individual sticker. Is it that it takes too long, or am I just procrastinating? So today I wanted to challenge myself to see whether I can make a whole sticker sheet in one day. And that includes conceptualizing it, drafting, and drawing everything out. I'm not gonna count like the cutting of the sheets or anything because that's just easy stuff. If you're new here, my name is Indy. I'm a digital artist known as Do This by Indy on Instagram and TikTok. I try and kind of timestamp everything to see how long it takes to do everything. So right now it is 9:38. And the first thing that I'm gonna want to do is kind of do some research on what I want to do. And the first thing that I want to do is kind of get some inspiration. I already know that I want to do like a Japanese theme sticker, especially since I went earlier in the year. So I'm gonna just look through some of my photos and maybe go on Pinterest to see some like just inspiration of what I want to draw on my sticker sheet. Okay, so now it is 9:52 and we kind of just put together a compilation of some of the inspiration from my photos. I went on Google to find some other things too. So I think we have a good selection of things that we want to put in our sticker sheet. So that took about like 20 minutes or so, and the next step that I want to do is kind of just draft out what I want it to look like. And I already kind of have somewhat of an idea of what I want it to look like. I want it to be like it looking like stamps, and I'm just not sure if I want like the whole sheet to be stamps or some like more individualized kind of stickers. So let's just draft it out and see how it would look like. So what I like to do next is I like to just kind of save the sticker sheet, and then I paste it onto a new sheet, and I kind of just like zoom in on the one that I want to draw. So I think I'm going to draw this cat first because it looks easy, and then I just kind of lower the opacity so that I can kind of trace over the different shapes that I want. And this usually helps because if I just drew exactly on the sticker sheet itself, all the images are going to be so small and it's not going to look clear once I print it out. So what I like to do is just make it as big as possible individually, and especially if like I want to just, you know, sell this stamp individually as well, I have the bigger version rather than like having to crop the sticker sheet itself. So after I'm done with this, I'm gonna draw the rest of these stamps and then kind of just piece it all together as one later, which I can also show later on in the process. But right now, I think this is what I'm going to draw. Oh, my camera died, unfortunately, so I couldn't film me drawing my first drawing, but I finished and it took about 35 minutes or so. It is 10:56 right now, and I just finished this Lucky Cat one, and I think it's one of the easier ones. That's why I did it. Like, I just wanted to bang out these so-called easy ones before I do the ones that have a little bit more detail, just to make myself feel better, to know that I, finished a drawing. And I think I'm gonna draw maybe one or two more before lunch because my iPad's actually about to die, but not really. It's like 20%, but still, I want to charge it while I'm eating so that I can just focus on drawing for the rest of the day, then rather than having to, constantly charge. But I kind of just want to save the Lucky Cat and then put it back into the sticker sheet to see what it looks like. And I kind of like to, periodically put the stickers, or right after I finish drawing, into the sticker sheet itself so I can see whether color-wise it looks good with the other stickers, and if I need to change anything on the spot, I can do it then. Okay, so I decided to draw this like stamp template so that I can just use this for all my drawings rather than having to constantly draw this. I think the next easy one to draw is this like T one. So let me just make the opacity a little smaller and kind of size it so that I know what I want to draw. Like a matcha tea situation. So I'm just gonna do a little bit more. And I might actually make this drawing more green actually, but let's outline how I want it to look first. So here is the tea. Okay, so it's just gonna look something simple like that, and then it's just gonna be matcha. So then I lower the opacity of this. I know it's like kind of double work. I kind of like having just an outline of it, honestly, before putting in color. And then it's just so much easier to like follow the outline. So I finished the teapot and the cup of matcha, and honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like it's only like okay. It doesn't feel like it's like overly complicated like some other stuff that I drew. So I don't know, maybe I have to just change the pink stamp to something else for it to look good, but at the moment I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm also thinking whether I should just like fill this with something else. I don't know, but I'm just like kind of iffy about this right now, but maybe it just needs to be a little blank here and like have some space. So I don't know, let me change the colors around a little bit, see how I feel about it then. So I added some smoke, and then I changed the color from pink to yellow and the background being blue. So I think I'm gonna definitely relook at this maybe, but also maybe just adding it to the sticker sheet to see if it looks good with the other stuff, just because I don't know how I feel about this at the moment, but maybe I'll learn to love it later on after getting a second look. Okay, so luckily I have like leftovers from yesterday that I can just quickly heat up and eat rather than waste my time cooking. So lucky me. Usually when I'm eating lunch, I like to just read a couple chapters from my Kindle, and then afterwards I'm gonna walk my dog. I usually give him kind of like a longer walk just so that he'll be tired for the rest of the day and not, you know, bother me while I'm working. So I think that's what I'm gonna do while everything is charging. I'll see you when I'm done with everything and we'll get back to drawing later. Okay, so it is now 12:45 and we are back with our drawings. So I think the next one that I'm gonna be doing is like a bento box. I hope that's another easy one before I do the harder ones. But I think, honestly, I think we're good on time. We have done 2 so far and we're now on our 3rd. And I think they usually take about like 30 to 40 minutes. So I should be able to get a bunch done today. So let's get to it. So the draft is done and this is how I'm kind of gonna color block my drawing a little bit. I'm still kind of thinking about how I want to do the outline of this stamp just because I feel like I have a lot of pink going on, and so it's either I go along with the whole pink theme or I change this color to something else. But I think I'll probably have a better idea once I finish the drawing of the bento box. So I'm excited to see kind of how the rest of the stamps look next to these 3. But now I kind of know the color palette that I'm kind of going for, so I'm gonna kind of mimic the color schemes here for the other stamps. Okay, it is now 2:44 and we have done another one. Let me just zoom in here to this vending machine one. I actually drew something very similar when I first started drawing it out. Maybe I'll include it somewhere in this video, but it's a new rendition of it. I made it more pinkish rather than like these orange yellow ones just because I wanted to have this one pop out because it's so cute and very detailed when it comes to the drinks. I'm kind of worried when I like print this out, the drinks are not going to be very clear, but again, this is just a sample of what it would look like. Yeah, but I really love this one. So anyways, now we have 1, 2, 3, 5 more stamps to go. I already kind of drafted out the next one. It's 3:40 and we just finished this, like, I drew this Mount Fuji one, which I really like. Actually looks more pink on the iPad rather than on the camera, so I'm like trying to get the right lighting for you. But yeah, I like this one the most. I love Mount Fuji. We had such a great time. The time that we were there, we were able to see Mount Fuji, which is very rare, honestly. But we went in the winter time, and surprisingly, we were able to see it all day. Like, the sky was so clear that I thought, like, it was a different mountain because I was like, there's no way we're looking at Mount Fuji right now. But yeah, I'm excited for this one to be done. I'm just gonna add it to the sticker sheet, so give me 1 second. This is what it looks like so far. 4 more to go. So it is 3:41, which is almost the end of the day. Crazy. So I think I'm gonna start to take a break. I might actually just end it for the day. Maybe I'll draw more later, but I definitely need like a tea break right now. I feel like I've been drawing nonstop since lunchtime, which was like 12:30. Now it's close to 4, and I drew before that, and so I think I'm gonna do a well-deserved break. And I know the challenge was to see whether I can finish the whole sheet in a day, but lesson learned is that I can't. The lesson learned here is that it's not that it's impossible, but it is now close to 4. I still have hours to go before the end of the day. And I think if I were to like put all my energy into it, I could finish it. But it wouldn't be what I would put as a final product because I feel like I would have rushed it a lot. But the lesson really is that if I did put my mind to it and just dedicate a few hours really to draw this, I really got a lot done. Because normally all of this would have taken me days. So I'm gonna check back in tomorrow to see if I can finish the rest of the stamps. And I'm pretty proud that, I finished 5 stamps in one day. So tune in tomorrow to see the rest of the stamps be done. Okay, so I thought I would have time to draw this weekend, but I don't. So now it's Monday. It is 10:23 and we have 5 more stamps to go. So let's get to it. I think I'm gonna do the hard ones first today so that I can just get it over with and then see how much time I have left to draw the other ones. Okay, it's 11:44 and we finished another one. One took a little bit longer. It's about like an hour and a half because of all the little details within the shrine. But I'm happy about how this turned out. It's a little bit simple, but at the same time it has details in it as well. Now it is 1:39 and we got through a lot of progress. We were able to draw 2 more stamps, meaning we are almost done. We just have 1 more space to fill, and I honestly thought I knew what I wanted to fill it with, but after I kind of tried to like draft it out and laid out the colors, it just didn't like feel right. But I think I'm gonna just relook at my inspiration sheet and see what I can pull from there. But again, it's only like 1:40, so I think we have a lot of time before the end of the day for us to finish the last one. I think I decided that I'm gonna be drawing like a gachapon kind of situation just because we went to a lot of arcades when we were in Japan, and this is one of the things that I loved doing there, just like getting the little prizes and everything, and I just like love like a mystery gachapon. So that's gonna be my last drawing for this sticker sheet. I color blocked how I want everything to look, and this is what it's gonna look like before I shade it all in. And I knew that I wanted like a yellow stamp just because I have a lot of pink and reds in the sticker sheet, so I think having a yellow stamp would kind of just tie everything together. Okay, so now it is 4:09 and we are finally done with our sticker sheet. We finished the last stamp, which is the gachapon, and I am so glad to be done. I'm just going to quickly add it to the sticker sheet, and everything just looks seamlessly good together. I can't wait to print this out, and I'm so shocked that I finished this in probably 2 days. Kind of defeats the purpose of me kind of challenging myself to finish this in one day, but I think like I could have finished it in one day had I worked, 24/7, but I kind of gave myself that like 8-9 hour drawing period and see where that goes. And like I said before earlier in the video, I did get a lot done, but I think that if I were to have finished the whole sticker sheet in one day, I would have definitely been a little burnt out, and like I would have hated drawing forever. And I feel like it wouldn't have been what I wanted to look like, because I feel like I would have kind of rushed myself to finish rather than like finishing all these tiny details. And even now, just looking at this, I feel like there are some of the earlier drawings that I want to kind of change up a little bit or add more details to it. So definitely good to have like that second, third look of your drawing before printing the whole thing out, and not doing it all at once. But I think the lesson here is that like if you actually put in the time and effort, you can finish a sticker sheet in like a week, if anything, and it doesn't have to take months and months for you to have a completed product. I am proud of myself that I finished this in basically 2 days, and I love every stamp that I made here, and like I said, I can't wait to just print this out and put it in my store. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed kind of just following me in these last 2 days of drawing the sticker sheet or attempting to finish it in one day. But until then, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more videos like this.